Well, it was our son, unfortunately, completed suicide in 1986. And we got very involved with a group called Compassionate Friends, which were started in England, and basically was bereaved parents who lost children, not necessarily from suicide, all different causes.
We discovered when we were in the chapter of Compassionate Friends that grieving from suicide is very different, and that's how FIST became. There were 5 families in that group who all had children who died of suicide at age 24, which was the first indication that we had that there was a real need to do something about suicide prevention. At that time, nobody spoke about it. It was kept a secret. It was called the silent killer. Our organization now has a 4-fold mission. We educate the public about suicide prevention. We also support survivors of suicide with information and referrals, as well as survivor support groups. And the other one is we do programming for children, teenagers with our SUN program, the Solutions Unlimited Now program, which teaches teenagers how to solve their problems, social skills in a group process.
It was taboo in the schools. I mean, you couldn't get into a school to even talk about it. Now Jackie goes to various schools, not only speak to the counselors, but she speaks to the students on suicide prevention, the signs of suicide. Some of your friends and relatives, if you mention your child's name or your spouse's name who died of completed suicide, silence. But more and more people are starting to recognize that you need to talk about it.
Suicide is extraordinarily preventable. It's preventable if people are empowered to talk about their feelings and empowered to reach out for help, not live in isolation, and know that it is not only okay, but it is more than okay.
For a long time, people thought that you don't talk about suicide, that if you talk about it, you might encourage someone to complete the act. That's not true. You can help people prevent suicide by talking about it and listening to them and getting them help when it's needed.
We've done the Festival of the Flutes from Premier Networking Alliance for several years. This is the 5th year running. We typically benefit 2 or 3 or more charities. This year we wanted to benefit 2 of the same from last year, but I wanted to reach out to another organization that I had yet to reach out to in any significant way. And unfortunately, I lost my mom back in 1987 to suicide. And while I've done many things for different causes, I've never raised money or raised awareness in regards to suicide or suicide prevention. And I decided it was time. People just need help. And it is a disease that needs treatment. It's a disease that needs awareness. And it's a disease that needs to be recognized as a disease. A lot of times people think, well, that person can fix themselves, or it's just that person's problem. But I think we as society, we need to help out however we can, whichever ways we can. So I'm happy that PNA and many volunteers in the community are going to help raise money for this worthwhile cause.
To share what has been a tragedy, the utmost tragedy for any family, and transform that into empowerment for other families and our community and our state, then there is nothing more vital and important than that.